What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation, but please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, y'all. So let's get into this situation. Let's talk about Miss Wendy Williams. Right now, it seems like the men in her life, or the men that was in her life when it comes to Kevin Hunter Sr., is having some financial distress. And also when it comes to her son, Kevin Jr., he is having some financial distress, and he's also being sued for $70,000 and was evicted. This is a terrible situation because we would never even think 4 years ago, 5 years ago, that anything of possible eviction and being sued her son, Wendy will come down with her wand and wave that all away. But she's not able to at this time to protect her son, or even to protect herself at this moment when it comes to her finance, when it comes to her health, and when it comes to her addiction and also her ailments that she suffered from. But when it comes down to her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., he is being sued for $70,000. Wendy Williams, she rented a $2 million luxury apartment for her son in Miami because he was going to school there. So therefore, she wanted him to be in the best accommodations ever. That's her son. She worked hard for her money. So therefore, she can spend it the way that she want to spend it and take care of her son the way that she want to take care of her son. But it seems like the courts are saying that, no, lady, we don't believe that you are mentally capable of controlling your fortune. So this is crazy because Wendy Williams has worked very rigorously over her lifetime, from radio to TV to documentary to selling jewelry to selling merch and things of that nature, doing all types of stuff, holding events and functions that, she's not able to even spend a dollar of her own money. Wendy Williams has recently told the public that she's begging, she's pleading for her money. People have been giving her donations, and people have been coming in to help her survive because she's not able to cover her bills. And one of the bills that Wendy Williams did have was paying for her son Kevin Jr.'s rent in Miami. And rent is expensive in Miami, and she put him in the best accommodations possible. Look at this condo that he is staying in, child. Ooh wee, baby. And any event, he's not there anymore because his mother's not able to cover the bills, and he's not able to cover the bills because he is a full-time student and things of that nature. It's just really sad that there was no protection for Wendy and her son, because he shouldn't be out on the street, child. Lord, I hope he went home to his mother, or he went home to his father, or he went to his grandfather, or he went to his uncle, hopefully, or he's back on campus, or he's living on campus, or things of that nature. But in any event, this is just really crazy because, he's being sued for non-payment for his Florida apartment since February of this year. So bills have not been getting paid at all since Wendy Williams' money was frozen. And so therefore, there was a lawsuit filed against Kevin Jr. And it also states and shows that Wendy paid up a full year in advance, as well as a security department and other fees for her son to stay in this luxury condo. She even dropped over $100,000 on the apartment for her 22-year-old son the first year of his lease, which started in March of 2021 and ended in February, with Kevin agreeing to continue to rent the apartment on a monthly basis after the lease passed. But, he was not able to, pay the rent, nor his mother paid the rent because Wendy Williams' money was frozen by Wells Fargo. Her accounts were frozen, so therefore bills have piled up. Her son is being evicted, and Kevin Sr. is basically claiming he's going to lose his house because he can't, afford to pay for his mortgage. And he does have restaurants, so he's able to pay for the mortgage on the restaurant too. So he could be losing his business and his home. In any event, Kevin Jr. responded to the eviction and the lawsuit. His response was that his mother rented the apartment for him, and he says as the lease approached the end, he said his mom went through some health issues that put the court in control of her finance, and that all of the financial support that she always gave to him stopped, including housing. Kevin added that he is currently in school full-time, but he had to take a full year off due to COVID and taking care of his mother, Wendy Williams. He also added that for medical and legal reasons, she has not been able to pay the rent for the past month since the year lease ended. The court controls her finances. The 22-year-old also added everything happened very quickly and unexpectedly. He had no idea that things will end up the way that it did end up. And he also added that he would be moving from this luxury condo September 7th. Of 2022. So, child, he been in there for too long. OMG. Like, this is really a crazy situation, because somebody should have advised, Kevin Jr. to actually move out the condo when, things wasn't looking too good. A lawyer should have advised him, maybe his mom. I don't know if Wendy was capable, or his father, or somebody should advise him that, things may get a little bit sticky, so you might want to move out. So now he's facing legal actions and things of that nature. 22 with an eviction on his record is crazy. And then him needing to pay $70,000. Where is he going to come up with that type of money? Okay, his mom will have that money, but she doesn't have access to her accounts at all. And this is really just a crazy situation. It also was stated that when it comes to Kevin Hunter Jr., that, he went to the bank with his mother, Wells Fargo, and, they wanted to change the password on the account because they couldn't access it. You're supposed to do that at home with your email. So they went into the bank, and then, that's when red flags hit, and that's when Wells Fargo basically said, we stopping you to have access to your money and things of that nature. Wendy did claim that there was some fraud, that some people did steal some money from her. And there was also, people putting out here that Kevin Hunter Jr. stole money from his mother. And he denies them allegations that he doesn't need to steal from his mother. His mother will give it to him. But in any event, this is totally a crazy situation. You would never think that Wendy will be going through this publicly. Her life is in shambles. Her health, looks a lot better from the last interview that she was in, but it doesn't really seem like Wendy Williams is coherent. Like, she understands with everything that is going on. It seems like there maybe be some memory problems, and there might be something, going on with her short-term memory. Her long-term memory seems to be going very well, because she can tell you old stories, but recent events and recent things and recent activities, it seems like she stumbles on that a lot. But in any event, you guys let me know what you think about this whole situation. This is crazy all the way together, because if there was nothing wrong with Wendy, mentally and physically, she would be working, because she can work from her home. She did it when she was working for the network. She could be on a podcast somewhere, and for herself, she has an Instagram, she can start a YouTube, she can start so many different things, and basically have her own show. It is just be her and the Wendy Experience, which is supposed to be the new show, and it hasn't came. So it seems like there is something more going on with Wendy. Wendy recently got out of rehab and things of that nature, but it was also rumored that once she got out of rehab, she went to a friend's apartment and wanted to drink, and they told her that this is a dry house. And so Wendy kindly got up and left. We have seen Wendy get into limos, get into taxi cabs, and go get her some liquor, okay? But in any event, we also have seen Wendy walk in the streets with no shoes on. We've seen her be incoherent in public, and just the way her appearance and the way that she carries herself, that's not the Wendy that we know. But in any event, there's a whole lot going on in this situation, and Kevin Sr., he's basically facing a lot of financial distress, and he's basically impacted that Wendy doesn't have her money, because now he's not getting any of his alimony payments at all, because Wendy has a guardianship, and basically she got to talk to them people to get her money, and they either have to approve it or not approve it. Like, that's crazy. But in any event, Kevin Hunter Sr. is claiming poor and foreclosure and everything else, and he wants his payments to resume, so he might be doing some legal actions to basically try to get his money, okay? But in any event, you guys let me know what you think about this whole situation. This is why it's very important to don't bite the hand that feeds you, okay? When you have a person like Wendy Williams in your life and what she has accomplished and what she has done, and he assisted as well. We're not going to say that he's a lazy bum, but that's 1 in a million. And you can't do another Wendy right now, Kevin. And Serena's never going to be famous. She's never going to be able to pay the bills because that's you to pay the bills. And Wendy was paying all the bills. And now Wendy, unfortunately, is not able to pay any bills. Now you're cut off. You should have protected the prize. The prize wasn't Sharina. The prize was Wendy. And I think he's realizing that a lot. Because he's probably looking at Sharina like, once you get up and do something, she can't. Because she's been your mistress for a decade.